Hi there to all of my followers. Thank you for following my dreams too. So I figured I would just do another crochet with me and Q&A if anybody had any questions for me. So I will leave this up for 20 minutes or so and see if anybody joins the chat while I crochet my slippers. From the thumbnail, this is the slipper that I designed. I still have a little more that I need to do to this one, but I need to get another one done up to this point. Well, pretty much up to the point of adding the toes to it, just so I can see exactly how I want to write the pattern for it. I have a pattern wrote for it. It has a lot of questions in it, and since I am trying to get my patterns set up where I can start selling them, I want to make it where it's very, very easy to read. And if you would like me to do these more as like a tutorial where I walk you through the pattern, just let me know in the comments down below, and I would be glad to do that. Duke, get out of there. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. One, two, three, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 4 of those, not 3. 4. And then 7. I have 2 yarns that I'm putting together to make it a chunky yarn. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Hi there to the person that joined. How is everybody's Sunday going? And yes, I designed the slipper that I'm making. Duke, come here. 3, 4. Stay out from over there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. One downside of using doubled yarn like this. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 15. Mm, 16. Duke, get out from over there. You know you should not be over there. Sorry, my dog is being a pain. Do not chew on my chair. And it is not your place to rub your nose. Yourself. Let me see why my chat thing is not pulling up. I do not know why it's not pulling up. There it goes. Hi to IVB Creates. Happy New Year's Eve to you as well. And I am doing amazing. How are you doing? Sorry, I just got my chat up. It wasn't showing live chat. Three increase. 24. So 1, and because I don't want to count this every round, I am going to mark this stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope I have enough yarn to finish this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, 24. When I am designing, my desk is a disaster. Oh, that would look so pretty. If you have Instagram, can you tag me on Following My Dreams too? I would love to see what you created. Fire, fire increases. Two, three, four, 5. Oop. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would love to see your project. I can't wait to see it. Make sure I count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Wow, that is a small hook. I think the smallest hook I have ever used is a 3 millimeter, but a 2 millimeter. Wow, that's small. This yarn here is that really thin yarn that would use a 2 millimeter. Well, no, that one I think uses a 3. Either way, that one I have to actually take 3 balls of yarn and put them together to be able to make this, where it's the same size as worsted 4 yarn. So that's a small hook. See, I don't know if I could ever do any projects with a 1.5. That's just tiny. That's tiny, tiny. I don't have any around me right now, but I definitely know I haven't done anything that small. I want to say the smallest hook I've used is probably a 3 millimeter. I don't think I've ever used anything less than that. A single and increase. What kind of project did you do with the 1.5, if you don't mind me asking? What squeaky? Oh, earrings. I bet they were beautiful. Number 10 thread, that's like the embroidery thread, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. I see it at, I want to say I've seen some at Walmart, but I never buy it because I don't do stuff that small. That would cramp my hands up so bad trying to hold something that small. I know when I was doing plastic canvas, that was one thing I always hated doing was miniature stuff because it just the way you have to try to hold it and work on it would just kill my hands. A long dress with that small of yarn? That had to have taken a long time. I bet it was beautiful though. I'm not sure I would have that much patience. And I have a lot of patience when it comes to my art stuff, but I don't know if I would have that much patience. Oh, wow. Took you 2 weeks to complete a dress with that small of yarn with number 10 thread. Yeah, I don't think I have that kind of patience. Plus, that would make my hands hurt so bad. Okay, now that I've gotten to a spot where I can stop. The smallest I've ever used, if everything doesn't fall, smallest yarn I've ever used is this one. And it was given to me. I didn't buy it. It says, okay, I don't know how to tell the size of the yarn because I don't know if that's for that project that it's showing. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say what gauge. I mean, it shows this, but I think that's for the pattern there. You're welcome on joining your channel. I love watching your videos. Look, sports weight. I wouldn't really know on that. And it doesn't say. It says Super Soft 3 is what it says on it, but this is the smallest I've ever used. And for this project, this was given to me after my stepdad's mom passed away. This was some of her yarn. So I'm using it for my dad's slippers. I use it for different things, making for my dad. And it's just one project that I had picked to use it for. So because it's so thin, I'm having to put 3 of these balls together just to make one stitch so that it's 3 wide, 3 thick. But yeah, it doesn't say what weight it is. It says the color and the dye weight. And then it just has for the pattern. But it is super thin. This is the smallest I've ever used here. And I don't even use it with the by itself. I always double it up or triple it up before I use it. And then this yarn, this purple and pink one, I have yet to be able to find anywhere where I could buy this because it's twisted together. I've looked to try to see if I could get some more because I really do like this yarn. And my parents really like it because my mom's favorite colors is blue and black, and my stepdad's is purple and pink. So they really love the blue and pink mixing their colors. But I haven't been able to find anywhere where I could buy it again. So once I finish doing these slippers, I think it's probably going to take up the last of my stock of this. And then I'll be out of this yarn. Yeah, I don't really understand the difference in the weights of the yarn and stuff. Like, I know which ones are the worsted weight, or however you say that, the number 4. Um, the, or whatever it is, the normal brand yarn. What is it called? Medium weight, number 4. This is what I usually use. So it takes 3 strands of this to make that. I don't remember where I got this from. I think I got it from like a thrift store or something a few years back. So I think it has been discontinued because I can't find it anywhere. Lace? Yeah, see, I don't know if I would use the lace weight because I think that would just be way too small. For me, anyways. I just don't like the really thin stuff. I guess if I had like a project for it and I had a lot of that yarn, I would. I just haven't, I've never had a project for it, or I used to buy that kind of yarn, so I never get the real thin stuff. I just had a bunch of yarn given to me from a lady at church. She had got me some yarn for Christmas, so I was like over the moon. Because that is like the best gift in the world, is getting more yarn, because I never have too much yarn. I've never made a top per se. I've made like jackets for my kids. And I am fixing to design one for myself. Not a jacket, it's well, let me see if I can pull up the picture. This is somebody else's design here. My camera's going to reflect. If it'll focus. This is not my pattern. This is somebody else's design. But that's the kind of idea of what I'm going to start with. And I'm kind of going to make it out on my own because I really love the bottle cozy pattern that I have. This is kind of the starting design for the bottle cozy. And it goes into that round jacket. Like what that is pretty much what my bottle cozy pattern is. And I just want to figure out how to get this pattern, but much, much bigger, where I can actually wear it. I don't have any of my bottle cozies because as fast as I can make them, they sell. And I don't have any on hand. This one I was going over because I'm trying to get the patterns set up where I can start selling them. Um, but the problem with that is I am slowly learning more and more about how to write patterns. Uh, and so that was the very first pattern I wrote, and it got messed up. And so that was as far as I got with it, but I know what the overall look of it is supposed to be. So I'm going to go through and just rewrite the pattern. Um, with everything that I've learned so far about writing patterns and stuff, and put it into writing that one. Yeah, so do I. I really, really love the hexagon cardigans. I made one for my son, and then I made something similar to the hexagon mandela, however you pronounce that, style. I made something similar to that for, oh, my neck is itching, for my daughter, and she really, really loves her jacket. So I'm going to kind of try to combine the two a little more. And see if I can't make a really cool pattern out of it. Sidetracked, not paying attention to what I'm doing. This is 2 singles and an increase. What are you doing for New Year's Eve? If you don't mind me asking. You're not bothering me at all. I love talking with you. I know for us, we are going to the church. They are having a gumbo and chili, and then we're gonna watch fireworks there at the church. So the kids are super excited about that, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments what you're gonna be doing for New Year's. I would love to hear what y'all are doing. Oh, and you didn't distract me on getting sidetracked. That my dog sidetracked me because I'm doing this and also trying to make sure he stays out of everything. He is literally just like having another baby in the house. I have made this so many times now, this soles of these shoes, that I kind of zone out when I'm making them and I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. That sounds fun, watching other YouTubers live. I do have a couple channels that I really like to watch. And usually that's what I do when I'm crocheting. If I'm not making videos for my channel, I'm watching something on YouTube or listening to music or something. Anything to have background noise, really. Not really. It's just these are soles, soles of the shoes. I usually don't crochet this tight. I just trying to make it tight for it being the soles of the shoes because I do stuff it and I don't want to have the open gaps or anything in it. The other part of it is definitely not done like that. And that's another reason why I don't really like doing the soles because it starts to hurt my hands after a while. But I try to intentionally do the soles um, tighter. And yes, there's two soles per feet because I put the stuffing, I put this in between the two soles for padding because it's for my parents and they're older and their feet are really sensitive. Uh, so I doubled up the soles. You have the outside and then the inside. And then in the middle, you have the stuffing. And so I don't want the where you can see any of the stuffing. So I'm intentionally trying to make it tighter. Plus, I'm using two strands together. So I'm trying to make sure that the strands stay, come on, untangle. Trying to make sure that the strands stay tight together as well so that there's no gaps or holes in it. Like this one, I'm already going to have to fix where that gap is on the starting chain. I should have done it with the tail and I didn't. Uh, this is the first slippers that well, this one is the second one. It's the first ones I've designed, but the second ones I've made. The first ones I made for my mom, and they were similar in design. The only difference is with this one, I went ahead and I put 2 rows of half double crochet, and then I attached the circle part that I've got for the toe covering. Whereas for my mom, I put this directly down on the soles, but it doesn't leave a whole lot of space up here for the toes. And I know for my dad, he would like to have more space there. So I put this 2 extra rows, and I went ahead and changed the design because I really like the way it looks. And then I've got to still go in on the top part up here, and it's gonna circle around and decrease at the heel a little bit because it's a little too big for my dad. I took their shoe sizes and I went on Google and kind of seen what the size dimensions might be, and it did not match up with the actual sizing. So I know that if I ever make these again, I will need to know like the length of somebody's foot and not just their shoe size. Because for both of my parents, it was the same way. When I took these sizes that it said off of Google, it ended up being too big for both of them. So I'm not sure if I want to go off the sizes that I got from Google and then just add in the decrease around the heel into the pattern, or if I want to not have that part in the pattern and just get the length of somebody's foot if they want to order one. I haven't really decided what would be the best on that part. But that's mostly why I stay to like blankets and um, scarves, things like that that you don't need somebody's exact measurements, because then you don't have to worry about, is it going to be too big? Is it going to be too small? Thank you. I try to do my best. I know for me, all I see is the flaws in what I'm doing, but I have a lot of people that say what I do looks really good. No, no, no. This round is half double. One. Okay, the cat is in Duke's food bowl, leaning over into the water bowl. Cat is weird. And then he's going to make as much noise as he can with it. 1, 2, 3. Increase. And I'll be glad when I'm done with these soles. Just trying to do the tight crochet like that starts to hurt my hand. Okay, I gotta stop for a minute. So I will do a project update of the latest things that I have done so far. I still have yet to get this stuff put on bobbins, so it is still just fun around the project. And I'm almost done with it now, so I just don't see the point. This is the corner to corner that I am working on for my dad. It is going to be an eagle when I get done with it. Is the name of the channel called Repeat Crafter Me? I know there's one that I'm looking at. It's a, oh, what's the name of it? I've got it here. Moogly Cow. I am going to be doing that one. I'm going to the website where I can get past ones that they've done and do those, where it's every 2 weeks you get a different square, and then by the end of the year you have 24 squares. Um, and then you can do whatever you want with the squares, whether it's make it into a blanket or whatever. My idea with it is to make them into a blanket, obviously, because I prefer doing blankets. And I'm going to try to have a couple of them done because that's what I'm planning on doing for Christmas gifts for next year, is giving those blankets away. So I am going to look into that, and I will definitely look into that one. I actually want to write that down. Let's see. It's called Repeat Crafter Me. Okay. I am actually really loving getting into those ones where it's crochet along with me, and every 2 weeks or every month you get a different project that you get to do with them. I'm actually really been loving doing those, so I've been trying to find a bunch of them. The only one I found so far, besides the one that you just gave me, is the Moogly, and I've been having fun doing that one. And I love that she has like past ones posted on the website so that I can go and do the ones that they've already done. And I'm also going to do the 2024 ones along with them. Last round of this heel. Thankfully, because my hand is hurting. I still have another sole that I have to make for this one. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it would take very long to do. But it's still fun. Like, you get to put it on your calendar and watch for the video of, you know, oh, there's another project and you get to do. Because I know sometimes, uh, I think that's almost what this one is. Uh, Sometimes I just get into spots where I'm like, what should I make? I want a project, but I don't really know what to do. I know over there I have a huge bag that is just full of stuff that I've made, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I know here recently I've gotten into doing these little roses. This one is kind of weird colored because I was trying to figure out what pattern I wanted to go with, designing it out. So each petal actually has a different pattern to it. And I finally settled on this one or this one. I like both of them because I love the way that they curl on the sides. I'm really loving this one a lot more for like the outer part. And I'm thinking of like this one for the inner part. And they're all different colors. That way I could like see the different petals with the different flowers and figure out, or the different petals to see which pattern I wanted to go with. I have this one that I'm actually following along with her pattern, except I started kind of going off and designing it out my own way. So I still have this one I've got to finish. I've got a flower pot that I just did yesterday. Let me see if I can grab them. They're in this bag right here. Ow. I've got that one, and I got this one. Well, the feathers got messed up on this one because I haven't actually glued the feathers in yet. Because I haven't decided if I want to keep the feathers or if I want to take the feathers off. I haven't decided yet. But I have this one that I've designed out, and I really like that one. I think it's pretty. I'm kind of thinking of just taking these off, because if I take those off, then it has a hang piece in here. I just have it tucked away because I put the feathers in, and the hang piece doesn't really go with the feathers. Get back in there. So I haven't decided if I want to leave the feathers or not. I have the feathers because I usually use them a lot when I'm doing calendars, or not calendars, dream catchers. And then this is the pot that I just did. I've thought about posting these on my shop to sell, but I haven't fully decided if I want to, because I know for me, I don't think they're that good, but I've had a lot of people say that they are really good. So those are part of like the start of a Valentine's thing that I'm working on. Um, so those are like the only 4 that I've got so far, but I'm planning on trying to have a lot more. Will you stay out of stuff? I never really see the greatness in the stuff that I'm doing. All I see is like the flaws in it. So I don't think anything I do is very good, but feedback from others says differently. Ow, Duke, that was my chair. This is the last row. One. Definitely, I am my worst critic. Most artists usually are. Exactly. I never understand that. Like, stuff that I think sucks is usually stuff that I sell a lot of. I may not get the other sole done today, or at least right now, because I am fixing to be going up to the church to help set up for tonight's event. Cute. Yeah, I know that never makes sense. Like the way it looks on the paper, it's like that doesn't sometimes it doesn't look right, but when you actually make it, it looks perfect, or it looks perfect on paper, but when you make it, it doesn't look as great. Uh, I just went through that with the mosaic that I just did. I am designing out an alphabet to use for the mosaic stuff. Get in here. Duke. Here. Dog just walked off. Come here. Am I gonna have to close the door? Duke. Anyways, the mosaic that I just did, I'm designing an alphabet for. And on the paper, it looks really bad on the pattern, but on mosaic, it looked really good. And then at the reverse, doing the corner to corner on the paper, it was okay. But then once I started doing the pattern itself, it looks really cool. Like my dad really loves it. Mosaic cardigan, mermaid scales. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Out of the kitchen, Duke. I am going to write that down so that I can check that out. A mosaic cardigan, mermaid scales. There we go. And I will check that out after I get off the live stream. And I can tell by the time on the live stream that it takes me about an hour to do one sole. And I still have one more that I have to do. And then I have to do the whole rest of the shoe. I'm probably going to do the rest of the shoe, the slipper, and then go back and do the bottom sole and add it on once I get done. Just because this is hurting my hands. Oh, okay. Well, I would love to see it when you get it done. Because that sounds like it would be really, really pretty. Duke, you have food in here. So it took me just under an hour to get one sole done, and my hand is killing me. It's the only bad thing about doing a tight stitch is it starts to hurt your hand after a while. So I think I am going to do the rest of the slipper and then do the other sole and let my hand have a break. But I am going to cut this off here. And go find out what my dog is getting into. So I will talk to y'all later. This is the sole, now that I have it done. It's completely done. I have to make one more of these and then make the whole top part of the sole. So I am going to work on getting the top part done and then work on the other sole because my hands need a break. See you next year. Have a great night to you as well, and I hope you have a lot of fun for New Year's Eve. Bye, everybody. Leave in the comments what you're doing for New Year's. I would love to hear from y'all, and the most fun and exciting one, I will give you a shout out in my next live stream. Bye, everybody.